Okay, people, we're here today to do another vinyl review, and we're back to blues music for this. And we got John Primer here, grown in Mississippi. John Primer, a Chicago blues legend. And part of the reason I'm doing this is, yes, I once had breakfast with John Primer, the blues legend. A couple years ago, I was at the big blues bender in Vegas, and I'm getting on the elevator, and an African-American gentleman steps on with me, and I go, kind of looking familiar to me. And yeah, we start chatting, and we were chatting so much we missed some floors, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm John Primer." And I go, "Yeah, I kind of thought so." And well, anyways, we're riding the elevator some more up and down and wherever, and he goes, "What are you doing right now?" I said, "I'm going down to get breakfast." He says, "You want to join me?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." So yeah, I went down and I had breakfast with John Primer, and probably 45 minutes with him, and we talked about his guitar playing. We talked about when he started playing guitar and growing up in Mississippi and all that. And a lot of the information he gave me is kind of in this album in that. So we decided to talk about that today, and we'll talk about a little bit about having breakfast with him too. But anyways, I will get close up here. I'm not sure if I'm cutting things off or not. And yeah, this is an autograph copy here. I have two of his albums, both are autographed. This one I did get through the mail and came autographed, and they didn't charge you extra for it either, like most of the people do these days. So, anyways, obviously this album's about his time of growing up in Mississippi, and there's some songs on here about that. And John's Blue Holler is the first song on the one side, written by Alfonso Primer. I thought for a minute Alfonso was his son, but Alfonso is John Primer's name before he became John, meaning Alfonso is his given name at birth. So it's nice to see he still signs that name to things. But John's Blue Holler is just kind of a foot stop, kind of singing just with a foot stomp and that, and it's really good. He talks a bit about not having shoes and working in the cotton farms and all that stuff on the sharecropper farms. Born in Mississippi, the second song is the same. Well, not really the same. It's he's got some electric blues on here, and I wish I'd have asked him about his guitar tone on this song, because I love his tone. I do have this queued up and ready to go here, so take a listen here. It does take a little bit for this to kick in, and no, I won't play too long. So, as you can hear, he's got a I'm not even sure how to describe that tone, and I've heard it on some of his other songs, but I'd really like to know the amp settings for that tone. And he seems to be getting that off a slide guitar. Not sure if it's a resonator or not. It doesn't sound like it, but so anyways, yeah. I would also point out on this album, he's got Bobby Rush, Charlie, Musselwhite, Watermelon Slim, Lightning Malcolm, D. Carp on here. I'll talk about him some. And let's see, Aaliyah Primer, I believe that's his daughter, singing on here. So there is some excellent harmonica work on this album all through it. Of course, Bobby Rush, Charlie, Musselwhite, and D. Carp. Deke, I am pretty sure, is the harmonica player, harp player, last name Harp, in his band. And the guy plays through one of these horns. I know harmonica players who've not ever seen this, harp players, where they've taken like the end of a trumpet and cut it off and put it onto a little metal box, and they put the harmonica into the box and then play it through there. In this horn, they point at the microphone or stick the microphone down the horn. And it makes a pretty cool sound. There's one other player locally here in Denver who does that, and it's an unusual sound and quite loud also, as you can imagine. Song number 4 on side one's Nothing But a Chicken Wing, and these are the kind of songs I love in the blues, where you can make a song about just having a chicken wing and putting your hot sauce on it. It's a fun song. It's a good song. Also written by Alfonso John Primer. The last song on is Walkin' Blues by Mud Morganfield, who you might know as Muddy Waters' son otherwise. And John, he got his start by playing in Muddy Waters' band. I believe he also played some with Buddy Guy. He's, being a Chicago blues artist, he's played with those guys, but he definitely played in Muddy Waters' band and played with him. And I believe John told me, I asked him when he started playing guitar, and he said, I really don't know. I was a pretty darn good player by the time I was 17 or 18. I might have get the mic back up here. He says I might have started playing when I was 7 or 8 years old. Not really sure as to which one, but yeah, he's one of these guys, who decided that he'd rather play blues than, pick cotton, working on a sharecropper's farm. So, yeah, we get back to that. Yeah, let's see. John Primer, and yes, this is my video from when I saw him at the Big Blues Bender here. I'm not stealing his, but if you watch him play, he's not there right now, but he'll come back up. He's got one of the most relaxed playing styles you'll ever see. Sometimes I swear, like the one he was playing a song up there, and it looks like his fingers are barely moving, and you're going, is he making that sound or not, and stuff. And it's really just one of the most natural playing styles I've ever seen on a player, being Mr. John Primer there. So this on the video is Mustang Sally up here. I will play a brief moment of this. Take the Sally ride. And so yes, and Mr. Primer, if you watch in the video there, he how would I say it? He's got such a relaxed playing style and all that. He is, I believe he said he was 86 years old, and having breakfast with him and all that, and was really good and big thrill for me. I enjoyed getting his information, talking with him and everything, and I continue to see him the rest of the week at the Blues Fest, kind of back behind the corner smoking cigarettes. The whole band liked their cigarettes, very much so. So I kind of stopped by the one time, hey, how you doing? He goes, hey, yeah, I had breakfast with you. So, yep. On side 2, you get into somewhat more traditional blues. Down in the bottom is a Willie Dixon song that, if you heard it, you would recognize it. It's not one of them songs I think you know by name, that people go, oh, yeah, Mustang Sally, down in the bottom's not one, but if you hear it, you will know it. Very, very well done. He's got a Jimmy Reed song here, the third song on this backside, Shame, Shame, Shame. It sounds like a depressing blues song possibly, but yeah, it's kind of upbeat and has a nice beat to it, and a little bit of a Jimmy Reed shuffle going on, as Jimmy Reed was the king of shuffles. I think a lot of people know that. Lay My Burdens Down, it says traditional after it with a Leah primer. Traditional, it means it's kind of, it has a religious gospel sound to it and tone to the song. So, Ain't Kicking Up No Dust on the Backside is another Alfonso Primer tune written by Mr. Primer. So, yeah, and once again, folks, there's not a bad song on this album. There's some that are a little slower and all that, traditional blues songs, and you've got some upbeat blues songs. There's no screaming, electric blues like you would hear from Samantha Fish or anything like that on here. That's just not what these guys do. They do real blues all the time. So, let's see, have I left anything out at the moment? I think I've about covered it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I did not mention that I do have the wet leg picture disc over here also. I wanted to mention that. Oh, there goes the microphone again. That may be a tone to bring this one to an end. So you can go and watch my concert clips and everything else. I have a large variety of them. Wet Leg videos. The short has 100,000 plus views now. Yeah, Jesse Wells and all these people. So I will try and kind of incorporate my videos and the vinyl reviews all into one. So yeah, there you go, folks. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that BS. Any questions? I may look into doing some vinyl giveaways. Yes, you heard that correct. Vinyl giveaways. I will check with Google rulings or laws and whatever on all this stuff first before I do it. So, yes, vinyl giveaways may be coming if I can do that without pissing the Google YouTube people off. They'll probably delete my video now because I said all this stuff, but we'll see. Anyways, later. Bye.